Now then, I'm Rabea.
And I'm Matthew.
And this is Sound Like on Andertons TV.
Rabea!
Hey man.
It's been a while.
It has. I don't know why I went a bit Yorkshire in the intro there.
No, me neither.
But we are actually both from Yorkshire, if you didn't know.
There you go, fun fact.
Yes. Today we are going to try and sound like Status Quo by busting the bank.
No budget, no limitations. Francis Rossi and Rick Parfitt.
We had a lot of fun the last time we did this.
I think we can have even more fun today.
Well, yeah, because last time we used Teles, this time we get to use Custom Shop Teles.
And do you know what? Everyone loves a Custom Shop Tele.
Let's go get Custom Shop Teles. First port of call, guitars.
Yes, and we are in probably,
My favourite room.
arguably, yeah, the best room in Andertons Music in Guildford. It's actually even more full than it usually is.
I know, and I've already spotted the guitar that I want.
Well, I mean, I've spotted many guitars that I want.
Oh, it's like strapped in. Oh, this is new.
Oh.
Didn't used to be able to do this. This is a Fender Custom Shop 59 Tele Heavy Relic in 3-tone sunburst with a rosewood neck, absolutely beautiful, rosewood fretboard even. £3,869. That is a golly gosh, all my days amount of money. But you know, it's one of those things.
Right, so in the world of Custom Shop Teles...
Yeah, but you just told me that I'm not allowed to get the guitar that I wanted to get because it's got a rosewood fingerboard.
Well, that conveniently means that I get to get it, so I'm quite happy with that.
That's just not fair at all.
I'm just saying, man, we've got to stay true to the quo.
Well, I could go Candy Apple Red, Heavy Relic, it's a 52, which means
nice.
it's going to have a really nice... If that's a 52 Tele style reissue pickup, that's going to have some grunt to it. So that makes me happy.
Well, it may look like there's quite a lot to choose from here, but there are these three at the front are second hand,
which we can't use because
this
it's
one
just
is
a
also second hand. I mean, look,
that is awesome.
If someone doesn't buy this, I might threaten to.
That is absolutely
it's
amazing.
Pretty Larry.
Have you seen the neck on it?
Look at it.
Woo!
Flamey beauty.
Yeah, that's a stunner.
That's really nice.
But
I love the aged gold hardware.
we're not in the world of
we're not
sparkly pink.
We're not here just to buy for ourselves.
Status Quo would never do that.
There is.
Anyway,
not very quo.
No. Yes, all right, fine then. If I have to, I will have to get the £3,500 Candy Apple Red Tele Heavy Relic.
I mean, it's not a Fender Tele, which might be
Absolutely
slightly
not.
controversial.
In the world of amplification,
Specifically,
Vox amplification.
that's the one. So, as you all know, Status Quo use a mix of Marshall and Vox.
Yes, they do.
So we were thinking we should get a mix of Marshall and Vox.
I think that's probably a good idea. Over here is a hand-wired Vox AC15. It's got the Alnica Blue, blueback speaker, so I'm assuming that's Alnica Blue. Someone's receipt is on there. Let's not be nosy about people's finances. This is different.
So, here is a Vox hand-wired AC15.
Yes, which we've never used.
We've never used, and it's suitably expensive at £1,139.
It's got the blueback speaker. Is that Alnica Blue? Is that what that is? A Celestian Blue?
That's only one way to find out.
Well, I can't see because there's a massive piece of wood on the back, so you can't actually see inside, which you normally can. But anyway,
okay, but it's
different to what we. There's no reverb on it.
Fine, but obviously an AC30 would be extremely loud, and we don't have any in store right now.
Yeah, but this is hand wired. It's pretty cool. I'm assuming it's made in the UK. What do you reckon?
I'm going to give it a punt.
It's for you, so
Just straight off, I'm going to give it a punt.
Punt away. We've made our way over the treacherous journey across multiple different types of terrain to
the slope.
Marshall amplification.
There we go.
I have immediately got my sights set on this. This is the Astoria, and it's the vintage one. We've used this loads of times before. It's £1,000.
Really, really good amp.
But to be honest, like, you know, what else have we got on offer,
We've
right?
got a Jubilee over here.
There's the DSL-40, which is more
Studio
affordable.
Vintage.
Oh!
A mini JCM 800. Now I think they actually use JCM 800s.
This is the classic Studio 20 watt amp head with its little matching cap. I might just do this.
It's not actually a magic cab, but
I might do this.
do it.
How cool is this little thing?
It's quite big, but yeah. Oh, it's just on a thing.
No, I'm really into it.
I'm all over it. So 600 quid for the cab, 875 for the head.
I mean, it's a punt.
1,500 quid.
And the reason I say it's a punt is because normally when brands, in my opinion, try to bring back something of old in like a new modern format,
Sure.
like the fact it's 20 watts, JCM 800s weren't designed to be 20 watts.
No.
So it's like if they've just
absolutely
taken the preamp and bunged it in something like this, it might not. It's worth a punt because it's either that or realistically
or
that.
But I think also it'll give us a really, really good contrast.
Since we've never
That
used
and the
it,
Vox. Let's do it.
let's use it.
Okay. So we're in the land of pedals.
We are.
Beer. Do you need any pedals?
Yeah, well, last time we both had GE7s. I had a chorus
You did.
and I had a TC Mimic.
So that's the beginning of Down from memory.
Yeah.
You need your chorus. I was thinking actually of getting the preamp, the Echoplex preamp by MXR.
I might get one of them too.
I think it's a good shout. Or the micro amp by MXR. But I'm thinking Echoplex preamp with my Vox should sound pretty good.
And I need a good chorus and an EQ. I think it's important that we get the EQ.
I think we should do EQ again, yeah.
And really, GE7 just works.
Yeah,
I mean,
always.
you could probably buy more expensive, and it's by busting, but still, GE7, even though it's beige, it'll do the job.
Yeah, I mean, it is, the colour does.
I mean, even if it was metallic beige, that would be better, but it's just beige.
Beige sparkle.
Like the most boring sparkle finish ever. But no, seriously, I'm going to get a chorus. We're both going to get G7s. We're both going to get Echoplex preamps. And
What chorus are you going to get?
I don't know yet, but the TC Mimic was really useful for that stereo doubler feel.
Oh, the Mamique way.
I might get the same. I might actually just get the same again because those kind of pedals are just specialist pedals. It's not like you can get a There's not like there's a plethora of stereo doublers, is there?
No, and also, fun fact, I was going to call my first band in high school a plethora.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good job that you didn't, isn't it? I'm by the Boss pedal cabinet here, and we know we're getting the G7, as you can see. But I'm actually going to go with the chorus, the CE2 Wazza, because I mean the CE2 being one of the most prestigious choruses from Boss's range. The Wazza Craft version, made in Japan. I just think it's an easy. It's going to sound good, basically. G7, and we've got the Echoplexes. So yeah, basically, I think that rounds up the pedal haul for this video. So we have our guitars at least.
We have these beautiful guitars.
It was like, what, nearly £7,000 worth of guitar? Maybe even more?
Even more than that? Yes, a lot more than that.
Okay, yeah, I was wrong. Either way, there's a lot of money worth of guitars. I'm getting this Marshall amp over here.
I've got my hand-wired Vox over there.
We've got pedals in the cabinet, which we're taking over there.
And there's only one thing left to do, and that is to go and try and sound like Status Quo by busting the bank.
And we've made it back to the video room.
Yes, we have, in this high voltage classic rock adventure to sound like the mighty Status Quo
Yes.
by busting The bank.
Yeah, Matt decided that we shouldn't have to pick our guitars up off the stand, trying to change the for Matt on this situation.
I'm getting a little bit in my age.
Didn't want to turn him 90 degrees.
It's paying the
if that.
behind.
Well, that means we have less to do in this part of the video because I don't have to pick anything up.
But it also means that you can look at these guitars for longer.
It does.
A good thing.
Should we start there with
Fine,
the guitars?
Let's do that. What have you got, Rabea?
I'm holding this absolutely beautiful Fender Custom Shop 52 Tele in Candy Apple Red Heavy Relic. This is, what's like 3,800-ish pounds?
Somewhere around there. Maybe a bit less, actually. I think one was about 3.3, one was about 3.8.
It's awesome. It stays in tune. It's completely, just feels great, straight in, like the neck feels fantastic. I do have one criticism though.
It looks too good. It matches your t-shirt too
No,
well.
no, my criticism is that I should look at this camera and tell you that it's this like burned in effect of the frets. Like, when would that ever happen? Like,
I guess if
do you know what I
was-
mean? Like, no matter how old the guitar gets and how much you play, you're never gonna see what looks like they were scalded into the fretboard.
Never say never.
Do you
Maybe
see what I'm saying?
I think it's extreme dirt from years and years of use.
I disagree. And I also think that, you know, that's like basically holding fret wire over a fire and then literally strapping it straight on and it burning the wood is what it looks like.
Burnt. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Happy to say that I used everything,
Nice.
which is kind of a, sometimes we buy loads of stuff and then we don't use it. So
And just to say, we don't actually buy it.
no, we don't. We actually
Otherwise
buy
we'd have
all of
quite
it.
a lot of gear.
Yeah, it's all at the house.
It's a credit card debt.
Yeah. Swapped it out.
You swapped your Boss EQ 200
Swapped the G7 out for the
for
200.
one of those. Yes.
Do you know, because obviously it's by busting, so we don't have to care that much about how much stuff costs.
Yeah, basically it's the same thing with twice as many knobs and a graph.
Yeah, it's programmable. So this really nice little display here, but you can save up to 4 presets of EQ, and you can send one EQ out to one output and one out to the other. It's pretty advanced for an EQ pedal.
It is. I mean, Status Quo don't use these.
No. But to be fair, as you can see on probably the pedal camera, all I've really done is taken out some 12.5, a little bit of 6.4K, and that's more or less it. All I really did on one excerpt was push up the output to drive the front end of the amp a bit more.
Pump up the volume.
I pumped up the volume. Next up is the trusty Echoplex preamp, which I think for every vintage, well, like old school band we ever do, we always use
Every
one.
home should have one.
Yeah.
Every home should have one.
On the mantelpiece.
It's really good. I've got one too.
Yeah.
And you kind of go, oh cool, it's sounding great on a cranked amp. Oh cool, the EQ's giving it a bit of a kick and I'm getting rid of some of those frequencies I don't like.
Yeah.
Bang in the Echoplex and you're like, okay, yeah, now I'm home.
We discovered it from doing Led Zeppelin Without years ago, didn't we? And we were like, that's just getting us that old school rock vibe.
Do you have one?
No, I don't know.
No, I don't either.
What the hell?
Every home apart from ours.
Yeah. And then from that, I'm going into the CE2W, which is the Wazacraft handmade in Japan chorus pedal. It's got a bunch of different modes on it. I was using I'm assuming that's the CE1 because there's like a special mode and then it says CE1, but there's 2 knobs. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Either way, you can see I've 12'd it.
Fine.
And that's how I used it. And then because last time we did this, I used the TC Mimic Doubler, which is just a stereo doubler, which I use it in Tosca for everything. They're really good. But we just used it for the lead in
to give
Rockin' All
that
Over the World.
double tracked effect.
Yeah, it just adds like a nice little bit of a slapback kind of vibe. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, it really worked. And then running into this absolute beast, which is a little Chode JCM. It's the JCM 800 lead series. in this really nice, like vintage looking 2x12 vertical 212 in classic
like
Marshall,
these.
thick walls on it and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really nice. I am attenuating that with the Boss tube amp expander, which is behind, which you can factor into the budget if you want, but we're not. And I'm literally running it on low sensitivity, on full gain, full volume.
Fine.
Everything else is about number 5. Yeah, it's just above 12 o'clock.
How much of the output is coming through the...
just about half volume.
Halfway, right, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And what wattage are these?
20.
It's 20. Oh, fine.
So shall I show you what it's doing? Just all of it in. So this is it standard. Bridge pickup telly into the JCM. Sounds great.
Nice.
Straight in. Then add the EQ to take off a little bit of the top end. So subtle.
Very
Listen.
subtle.
Yeah. See, it's really subtle.
Very subtle.
Then with the Echoplex in, it's just hitting harder.
It's a little bit more hairy around the edges, you can hear that.
Then literally that was for one excerpt. That really nice chorus. And then the doubler, which is kind of a subtle effect again. See what I mean?
It's very subtle.
But it adds that tiny, like, separation of the notes.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's my entire rig, but I think it sounds really good.
Nice. Right, well, me... Here is my guitar, which is this extremely beautiful Fender Custom Shop Telecaster, and I said it was a 59 in the store, and I believe Rick Parfitt used a 60s, but this is actually a 52 spec, so same spec as that, same spec as the famous Danish Pete's purple Telecaster. But the only difference between these two is the neck spec, and obviously I've got rosewood board here.
This is way chubbier than that, I think.
Yeah, this is a lot thinner, but and sanded, really, really nice. And obviously mega, mega heavy relic. It's really beautiful.
They're both just stunners, aren't they?
I don't really know what else to say except that just spend some time online looking at it. And it'll make your day better.
And that's my favourite of the two, personally.
Yeah, actually, I like that for first, more to play, and then spending some time with this. I think I'm a convert. Anyway,
how much is that?
This is 3,800 something. I don't think the rest matters.
Oh, it's so expensive.
Once you're in that territory.
We're talking just under $8,000 for these two.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But it sounds fantastic, plays fantastic. It's like a lifelong guitar. That goes straight into the front of this Echoplex preamp. Again, same as Beer. We've used these many times before.
Great.
Through to the GE7 by Boss in our favourite beige colour.
They need to make it metallic, man. I'm telling you, that's
beige,
all they need to
beige
do.
Sparkle 2020, I can hear it. And that goes right into this, which is my Vox AC15, and that's the hand-wired version, sounding great. Yeah, it is worth saying that I'm attenuating as well using the aux box back here, and I've actually, because there's no, you can't take the speaker wire out of the back of the Vox, I'm actually running it into this Victory 212 vertical here.
Yeah. With creambacks.
Yeah, so you are hearing the amp, but through different speakers.
Yeah.
attenuated, and I'm actually not attenuating too much. I've got it actually speaker
You're not
volume.
attenuating at all.
And oh no, I'm full. That's a little bit still.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No, that's just full volume.
Great. Well, I started attenuating it on 3, and then basically, I think to get into the Status Quo feel and like that mode,
We just got progressively louder.
I keep turning it up. I'm not quite there. Turn it
Yeah.
up. I'm not quite there. And then
Our ears are hurting. Yeah, we're there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, a bit of blood. Don't do that at home or anywhere else. Okay, so here's what it sounds like straight into the Vox and Victory.
It's good.
That is great. It's just very
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, very toppy. So I'll actually show you these the other way around. So to take the top off, I just rolled off some of the higher frequencies on the EQ and also gave it a boost on the level just to giving it a bit of a push. So it sounds like this.
That's great.
It's such a nice sound.
Yeah.
It's like, honestly, one of my favourite things in the world is a loud amplifier and a Telecaster, which this is what it is. The Echoplex preamp.
I like how sensitive the Echoplex is in your rig. Like,
It is. Actually, I realised how much gain you were running, and it didn't have quite the same effect. But on mine, for especially the beginning of that Caroline intro, where
Yeah.
it's almost fuzzy,
Yeah.
like with that hair on it, I had the gain cranked really high on this. But if you roll it off, and even for like.
yeah, it's way more dynamic actually.
Yeah, it's really cool, and that's so without changing anything, I can get this sound. And that's
wicked.
just between neck and bridge pickup.
Yeah.
Obviously on the neck, you can still.
These are 52 spec pickups, right? So
Yeah.
proper, like the 52 Tele pickups are the proper grunty, like MIDI one. Like,
Yeah.
really, really good for rock.
So powerful.
Yeah.
But I think powerful but really clear. Like
Yeah.
you always hear the notes you're playing, and
Yeah.
it's just beautiful. It's
just beautiful, man.
It's just beautiful.
Well, that
and
absolutely-
I love the look of this guitar.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly.
But every time he finds a custom shop Tele of any form that he like enjoys the sound or playability of, it's like I have to have it now.
Yeah, but I mean, once you have one,
only
I've,
got-
I've got one.
Yeah.
I don't need another.
No.
But
You need that one.
That's so cool.
Well, on that amazingly relict and beautiful note, this is how you sound like Status Quo by busting the bank.
Yes, let us know how you think we did, and do you like these Teles and these cranked amps as much as we do?
Yeah, we'll put the links to these beautiful bits of gear in the description box and let us know who you'd like us to sound like next time.
Cool, and that leaves us just with one thing to say.
Certainly
I've
does.
been Matt.
I've been Rabea.
And see you next time. Have a good day.
Bye.
Love you loads.